Okay, I thought I'd give you a little update. I forgot to talk last time because, yeah. Right, I painted my battery thingy because I got sick of looking at biscuits and my meters. I put some labels on because it just makes it look a bit more easy to understand. Now there's my amp meter. Oh, it's a bit bright. Now, actually, when it's been charged up, when the sun's active, you know, it's quite bright outside actually right now. I haven't got my new solar panel yet. I've only got the small one. Hang on, do that again because you could see it properly for a minute. I need to set it to a different setting, I think. Right, it's about 100 milliamps charging at the moment, and there's my power socket. That's what comes out. And what I've done is I've put this other socket at the back for the solar panel, and I've actually used an ordinary DIN plug, and I've wired it in a special way so that when it's pushed halfway it actually goes directly to the batteries, but when it's pushed all the way and it goes into a DC step up to actually when there's not much sunshine, it steps the voltage, what voltage is there, up a little bit to actually boost the batteries a little bit. It's an experiment that I haven't really seen how it works. I haven't really tested it properly yet, but right, just to make sure it's the same one. Oh, I can't get the lid off. I had it upside down last time. Right, there's my batteries. Sorry about the mess, but those are actually plastic straws. Well, the reason I've done that, I've actually protected the wire. I've put the wires inside plastic straws for extra insulation, just to make sure there's no shorts or anything, because it's a bit experimental at the moment. And when I get it right, I'm going to rewire it all, but for the moment that was just to basically balance the batteries up. So I'm going to make a proper loom. You know, if you know what a loom is, it's a network of wires. Well, I'm going to do that later on, but just for the moment, actually can't see too well because right, let me turn a bit. That's better. Right, so I've got my other meter in. Yeah, that's my amp meter. Now I'll show you what happens when I unplug the solar panel. Right, are you watching? The meter goes off. That's what it's supposed to do. When it's being charged by the sun, it comes on automatically. So if you watch my plug at the back, pull it out, there's the plug. Right, when I plug it in, and when it's charging it, it switches the meter on automatically, and it goes up to 100 milliamps at the moment. When my new meter comes, it should be a lot better, because the new panel comes, because the new panel can actually deliver something up to 5 amps. This little panel at the moment, which is in the window, it's hidden behind the thingy. It's not that big. You couldn't see the top of it, but it actually goes down about 15 inches behind the tape recorder. I've used that to hold it up actually. Otherwise it would probably fall. But anyway, I'm going to have to secure that. That's the batteries and everything. And I've wired up the thermal resistor now. There's a thermal resistor in the back. That plate, if it gets really hot, there's some actual diodes on that plate, and those diodes forward the power out from the batteries to balance the output from equalizes the power from all the batteries into one. And if that plate gets too hot, then there's a thermal cutout on the plate just there with the blue thing sticking out of it, and it's wired up now. And if that plate gets too hot, it cuts the power off for safety. So if there's a short or anything like that, plus I've used a rather small switch at the moment, and the switch can't really handle more than 3 amps. Now that switches the power out, doesn't do anything for the power in. Now if you watch, I've got a security camera at the moment. If I turn the power off, my camera's gone off because it's running off the solar batteries. Switch it back on. Hang on. And camera comes up. Can't see a lot at the moment because the sun's shining in the lens and it goes all weird on me. But That one's off the solar battery. And my gage counter at the moment. I'm waiting for my DC to AC inverter thingy. Ooh! Switch my gage counter on. So there's no radiation. People don't need to panic. Yeah, I put beeps on. Pretty ordinary background. That's my gage counter. I leave it on all the time, but not beeping because it drives me batty. But yeah, nobody needs to get worried yet. If this goes crazy, I'll know that somebody's dropped a bomb somewhere. So that runs off a battery, solar battery. Put it back on silent. Yeah. That's what I want it. Right. So anyway, it's running all right. I better put the lid on. I keep this lid on at all times. I've written on it, warning: do not short circuit. Batteries will explode. Keep this cover on always. My favourite movie, Always. So anyway, yeah, it's just so you don't drop your keys in and bang. Yeah. So anyway, I painted it. It's nice grey colour. It's all shiny. Better than looking at biscuit tin, isn't it? It's still a biscuit tin, like, but actually, maybe I should put wheels on it, huh? Maybe it would look cool with some wheels on, then I could walk around with it and hook it up. People in wheelchairs that were suffering from a flat battery, I could offer to charge them up. Yeah, that might work, I suppose, but then I might get some funny looks. It won't be so bad if a little kiddie was pulling it along on wheels, I suppose, but still, you never know. Anyway, enough for now. Well, I've got to find my remote control now. Thank you. I'll carry on, and maybe I'll still be here next week, all being well, as long as my batteries haven't exploded.